How world-class performers define goals. In today's video, I'm going to introduce various levels of goals. Indeed, there are three levels of goals: A-type, B-type, and C-type. A-type goal is something that you know how to achieve it. B-type goal is something that you think you can achieve it. And finally, C-type goal is something that you really want and desire, but you don't know how to achieve it. Let's go deeper into every single type of goal. The first type is A-type goal. In this type of goal, you know how to achieve it, but there is no growth in this type of goal. As an example, imagine you want to buy exactly the same car that you already had in the past. It's not a big deal. You experienced it and you know the process. You know how to achieve it. So there isn't a big stretch in it. And here it is your paradigm that is steering you. What does it mean? It means, it's better to say, the paradigm is the pile of your beliefs and habits and commands your behaviors and your actions. So the paradigm uses the best to prevent you from going to the unknown world. Indeed, it wants you to stay in your safe zone. It doesn't want you to be missing and changing. So repeating something that you already achieved, it's not a big deal. You need to think differently. Let's go to the second level of goal, which is B-type goal. As I mentioned, B-type goal is something that you think you can achieve it. But again, there isn't any type of inspiration in it. Still, you are thinking and playing in your logical boundaries. So, as an example, I can say, imagine you decide to buy a house and you say, if this, if that, then I will be able to buy my house. For example, if I get a mortgage from a bank, I use my saving and I get some money from my parents, then I will be able to buy my house. But think of it again. You think you are stretching, but if we wanted to be honest, there isn't real stretch in this type of goal as well. So what is C-type goal? Let's continue our discussion with that one. Indeed, C-type goal is something that you are there, you are completely ready and committed to achieve it, but you just don't know how to get it. This is the big difference. And there is real growth in this type of goal. And we want you to think of it. Think big, so big, much big. Why? Because you have infinite potential inside you, dying to come out and flourish itself. As an example, imagine you have made a committed decision to discover a cure for a type of cancer. Why? Probably there is someone in your relatives that has been suffering from that type of cancer. And you have made your decisive decision and firm decision to resolve that one, not only for that person as one of your relatives, but also if you are successful, you will save the life of 100 or even 1,000 people all around the world. So you have a strong why behind it, and you are ready to dedicate yourself and your life for that one. So here is the big deal. Here is the real growth and stretch you can experience. So for this type of goal, you shouldn't use your physical sensors to define your C-type goal. Why? Because physical sensors are something that help us to communicate with the outside world, but they are limited. What is the main difference between us and animals? They have the same physical sensors, sometimes much better than us. So there is something different that makes this big difference between us and animals, which is our higher faculties. Indeed, we have 6 higher faculties as imagination, reasoning, will, perception, memory, and intuition. Are you aware of them? Do you know how they work? First of all, we need to increase our level of awareness about them. These are our mechanisms to create our environment. This is the difference between us and animals. Specifically for C-type goal, you need to use your imagination. Let me go deeper to imagination. You know, imagination is the most marvelous, miraculous, inconceivably powerful force that the world has ever known. It is our inner internet. It can bring us to, to the worlds that don't even exist yet. It has no limit. But you need to believe in it. Every single creation happens in 2 levels. The first level is in your mind, and the second level is in the materialized world. So if you want to create something, first you need to create it in your mind. But you know that imagination doesn't have any boundary or limit. So use it courageously, fly it courageously to the far places. Because if you can see it in your head, you can have it in your hand. Because of that, we say C-type goal is the type of goal that world-class performers always think, define, and align their actions with them. Let's go a bit wider. A great definition of success is by Mr. Earl Nightingale, who says, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. First of all, what is your worthy ideal? Are you enjoying your life moving toward your worthy ideal? Because it says progressive realization. You need to think of them deeply to understand these things, these sentences, because they are game changer. Really, they are game changer. C-type goal forces you to go to the unknown worlds, but be aware, it is unknown where the magic will happen. And I say for the C-type goal, you just want it, you desire to have it, but you don't know how. Is it a big problem? No. The how section and part is not your duty, it is your spirit duty. It knows much better than you. Why? Because it is connected to the universal mind. When you are in a mental state that you want to dedicate yourself and your life to achieve something, all the world will help you. You don't know what's going on in the behind of a scene. So when you put your energy, you are decisive, you have irrevocable committed decision to achieve something, everything will help you. Everything will support you to achieve it. Let me give you some tips about our goals, specifically C-type goals. First of all, you should not permit your current situation, results, and circumstances to influence your thinking of the C-type goals. Because if you see your goals with logical eye, it will kill your dreams. It's completely obvious. Okay? So don't see your current result and don't even use your logical mind to define your C-type goals. And your goal should excite and scare you at the same time. And in this state, you are in liminal growth point. It means it is the place that you will see new doorways and real growth. It should be so appealing and so much in harmony with your spiritual being that you cannot get it out from your mind. It should be dominant thinking all day long. And you must commit to it. You should be ready to put everything that you have in it to achieve it. Then magic will happen. You should be willing to trade the days of your life for it. And the world is full of people who wish for good, but few people take action with persistence. Just having and defining a C-type goal doesn't mean that you will be a successful person. It needs other things, which is taking actions by discipline, by standard, and with persistency. So if you combine these things together, you will see great and magnificent results. So you need to think differently. And when you refuse to give up and keep moving towards your goals, you will see and appreciate your true self. Indeed, your essence is for growth and expansion and for achieving goals. You will begin to see the infinite potential within yourself. Goals provide positive direction to your life and give it meaning. It gives, good feeling in our daily life. And we don't see ourselves wandering and just makes us busy to be busy. No, we have a great direction, clear, vivid direction that we are ready to put our best energy into it and makes the world a better place to live. The essence of the world is for expansion and growth. And we as human beings have infinite potential to achieve goals. This is the definition of our being. Our paradigms and our environment are something that prevent us to experience that level of freedom. And I can ask you, put yourself on a plane to unleash your higher self by C-type goals. And finally, there is a good sentence here that is truly valuable. I want to read it for you. Your life is your workshop, and if you are observant, you will see outer reality shaping itself upon the model of your imagination. That's awesome, isn't it? As the last word, I do want to invite you, watch this video over and over and over again. Each repetition gives you a new understanding of it as you see it with a different level of awareness. So just do it and see the magic that starts moving toward you.